the skyscraper. These massive buildings are the definition of the modern city. But how do you build one in Minecraft? Well, that is what I'm going to show you today. I am the Emerald Gamer, and for the past year, I've been working hard on improving my skills in Minecraft. And in this series, I'm going to be telling you everything that I have learned. So welcome back to How to Minecraft with Emerald Gamer. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to build the Willis Tower in Chicago. First, you need to build a square. The size needs to be divisible by 3. I'd recommend building the square as 30 by 30, but for ease of recording, I'm going to half that and go with 15 by 15. But this square can be any size you want, as long as you can fit 9 equal squares within the main square. The larger the square, obviously, the more time it will take for you to build. Now, on each of the corners, you're going to stack up to whatever height you want, depending on how tall you want the floors and entire building to be. I want to have 5 blocks per floor, so I'm going to build up 20 blocks in all 4 corners. Now, at the top of this pillar and the one opposite it, you need to build a square that's a 9th of your main square at the bottom. So for my scale, it will be a 5 by 5 on both sides. Now, I've skipped ahead a bit, but if you're confused, you can pause the video in a second and copy what I have done. From these 2 squares, I built up in 3 of the corners, 15 blocks high. But obviously, the height can be whatever you want it to be. I then did the same on the other pillars that have not been modified and connected them all up at the top. At the top, you're going to want to do the same thing as what you did on the previous level, except on the other 2 corners. You're going to want to build 5 by 5 squares like I am doing right now. So this will make it so when you're looking up from above, it will look like a plus symbol. Now, build up to whatever height you want to, but make sure it keeps this plus symbol at the top. And then, of course, connect all the pillars together once again. Now, from this plus shape, you're going to pick 3 of the squares to shut off completely by blocking them off, leaving the middle one and 1 side square left. Build up from this new area however high you want. Just make sure this is the shortest part of your skyscraper. So now it should be looking something like this. Obviously yours may be bigger, wider, taller, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But again, it's your own build. This is how I'm doing it. You do it however you want. Now it is time to do the walls, floors and ceilings. Now this may look really daunting when it is just a framework like it is now. But don't worry, I'm going to split this up into very, very simple steps for you to follow. The first step is actually doing these parts where the building goes inwards. What you're going to want to do is fill these in with stone blocks or a basic outdoor like block, usually grey, to make it look like the building is collapsing in and this is the actual roofing or ceiling of the building like I am doing right now. So now that you have done that, you can place smooth stone slabs like I have to finish off the areas a little bit more. So now it is time to do the interior floors. I am going to use white concrete for this part of the build, as it is probably the most modern looking, most refined looking block that I can do for a floor for this style of build. Now you're going to want to make sure that you do this for all the floors and make sure it changes for every single shape. Now it will get smaller and smaller as you go up, so right at the start it may seem really, really tedious, but it gets easier and easier as you go up because there's obviously less and less for you to place. Now this part of the build is extremely tedious, doing the floors, ceilings and walls. It is probably the most boring part of building a skyscraper, but trust me, doing all of this will really, really pay off later on because skyscrapers look so cool in Minecraft, especially when they're surrounded by a city with other builds like I have done in my own Emerald County world. If you want to see that, then you can now click on the information card at the top right of your screen showing you my entire playlist for Emerald County, or of course go see that at the end of this video if you want to see the full tutorial. With the floors done, you are now going to want to move on to the ceilings. As you can see, I have already done it for the top floor. I have gone for this random pattern of sea lanterns and quartz slabs to keep the ceilings and the floor as close together as possible and make the entire thing feel modern. Now you can copy this design or you can do your own. You just have to make sure that you use a very, very bright block, because the brighter the block, the more modern it will look when you're looking into your skyscraper at night. And then of course you're going to want to copy this all the way down. Now the light pattern may change depending on which floor you are working on. That is completely fine as long as it looks similar from floor to floor and as long as it looks how you want it to. This final step is really easy. You just place glass in all the holes that remain and make sure you put in a door. But apart from that, guys, that is your finished skyscraper. Building that skyscraper in creative mode took me around 2 hours, but now imagine building 4 of them 10 times the scale in survival Minecraft. Well, that is what I am going to be doing in the next episode of Emerald County.